Hey, what's going on, everybody? What is going on? Thank you for chiming in. Jay Hunter Lee. Got something I want to talk about. Let's get it. Well, if it's going to be, it's up to me to fulfill my dreams and possibilities with dedication and motivation to inspire thousands from all nations. When times are tough and breaks you down, just smile with toughness and rebuild from the ground. During tough times, adversity is a lot. Just remember, time flies, but you are the pilot. Folks, what's going on? Hope you guys are having a prosperous week so far. Thank you guys for chiming in. You guys know me. I try not to keep you too long. I want to make a couple of announcements first. The first announcement is this past Monday, we were scheduled to go live with guest Dr. Derek De Silva, world-renowned doctor and scientist. We had a little technical difficulty, so we didn't want to keep you guys waiting. So we didn't want to, try to continue to get the technical difficulties fixed, and you guys are sitting around waiting and like, okay, looking at a blank screen, and we weren't on. So we've decided to table our discussion. We are in the middle of scheduling another date, possibly Monday after next. That's a possibility. And the reason, and which brings me to another announcement. The reason why we probably won't have it scheduled for the next Monday is because I have another guest that's going to be joining me next Monday, another world-renowned person, but this is a world-renowned bassist. This gentleman is one of the best bass players I've ever heard. Now, I have a musical background. I've sung classical music, jazz, R&B, and those of you who are familiar with go-go, I've sung go-go music as well. So I'm well versed when it comes to vocals and different styles of music. This gentleman have done gospel, R&B, jazz. His name is Mark Walker. He will be joining me next Monday. This guy has been all over the world. He have awards. He won. He's been involved in projects that's been nominated for the NAACP Image Awards, the Grand Award. Nomination for Grammys. This dude is a beast on bass. So he's going to be joining me next week. As a matter of fact, this gentleman is currently playing for one of my greatest vocal influences ever. He's playing for this gentleman by the name of Will Downing. If you guys know who Will Downing is, he is like the beast. Look up Will Downing if you don't know who he is. And this is the gentleman, Mark Walker. He plays bass for Will Downing. He also played with Yolanda Adams. But I'm not going to give you his whole bio right now. You will get that next Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here live with us as we would talk about the skills and the musical career of Mark Walker. So make sure you join us next Monday at 9 p.m. live right here. So what I want to talk to you guys about today, man, listen, very, very important. I've seen a lot of videos lately of one of, a former Washington Wizards player. His name is Kwame Brown. I'm not going to go into the issues with him, but what I do know is, and I'm not one of those clout chasing people. That's why I didn't put his name in the title of this video, because I'm not clout chasing. I'm not trying to get people to click on my video because his name is there, thinking that I'm going to say something bad or anything about him at all. But what I want to share is not really about Kwame Brown. It's about the topic that I'm discussing with you guys today. I've noticed, there were some people who said some distasteful things about Kwame Brown, his basketball career, what have you. He was drafted by the Wizards in 2001. He was drafted by Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was like the part owner of the Wizards. Just a short backstory. I'm from DC, always been a lifelong Wizards fan. Anybody who come play for the Wizards is cool with me. I don't care. People may call you a bus. Stephen A. called him a scrub, which I don't think he was. I don't think he was a scrub. I just like anybody who played for the Wizards. I don't care how good you are. You make any kind of contributions to any of their teams that I love, you okay with me. But I don't not getting into all of the details between him, Kwame Brown, or Stephen A., Charlamagne the God. And two of the people that I know have apologized to Kwame, which Charlamagne apologized to him for things that he said about him on the radio. And I think Steven Jackson, former player and teammate of Kwame Brown, have also apologized to him, or they've done it in private. I don't know. It's not my business. But Kwame Brown been having to go at several people who have said some things against him. Now, what I can gather, this is just my own opinion, he's having to go against several different people is because these people didn't just come around together and just started talking bad about Kwame Brown in the whole group. It was a trickle effect, which means if there's a trickle effect, and I'm not claiming anything on anybody, Not doing that. But typically, any other time, any other situation, it normally comes from people chiming in something or putting in those in something where it don't belong. People aren't minding their business. Not saying anything against anybody. I don't know if, not saying that Stephen A did it. Whoever else Kwame Brown had to throw smoke back at did it. I'm not saying that because I don't know. But typically, okay, hey Stephanie, how are you? Good to see Hardy Bell as well. But typically this happens when somebody is not minding their business. They budding in, or some people looking for attention to come to them. And see, that's why I didn't put Kwame Brown's name in the title of my video, because I don't want that kind of audience following what I talk about. My content is not for that particular audience. People who want to see trouble, people who want to see people go at it. That's not the type of audience that I target. My target audience is people who wants to make themselves better, whether it's in business, personal life, you know, that's what I do. So this particular topic, mind your business and you'll get somewhere. That's typically a business discussion that I'm going to have with you that you don't, that you know, you guys probably seen the opposite. Those of you who might have seen this stuff about Kwame Brown and going back and forth with some of the commentators and other radio hosts. But typically when that happens, folks, somebody didn't mind their business. They got involved, and now Kwame have to go after them people. And then on the other side too, there's some people who might be on Kwame Brown's side, who probably put their nose in it. And guess what? Somebody that Kwame Brown was enemies with or going after may have to go after some of these people that were supporting Kwame Brown. I'm gonna tell you what I do support. I don't support who's wrong or who's right. I support what's right. And hey sis, so my whole support there, folks, is more of mind your damn business. I don't care whose side you're on. Mind your damn business. That's the bottom line. If you mind your business, you'll get somewhere. I was reading a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad several years ago. I read it a couple of times, and the writer, the author of that book is Robert Kiyosaki. I used to follow him deeply until he started trying to push people to invest in something he already put his money in, like Bitcoins and stuff like that. He got his money in it, so he want to push you and use his influence to get you to invest in something that's going to make him more money, because that's how it works. When he started doing that, I really just stopped following him. Doesn't mean I don't like him. I just don't like the content he has changed to. But his book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, you know, he mentioned in his book, minding your business. Like my new glass, folks. Got this glass from a dinner cruise called Starship last week. This was in Tampa. Went on a dinner cruise for my birthday. My birthday is this weekend, the 29th, but I went last Friday to celebrate the 29th, because the 29th, I got things that I have to take care of in terms of the clients that I have and, you know, stuff like that. But neither here nor there. He mentioned in his book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, successful people typically mind their business. You don't see Peabo Bryson getting involved in talking shit about Jeffrey Osborne. You don't see Tony Robbins talking shit about Grant Cardone. You don't see Lisa Nichols getting involved in minding Les Brown's business. These are world-class people. They don't have time for that shit. They got their own business that they're the CEO of, right? You don't see a lot of very, very well world-class celebrities getting involved with other people's business because they have their own. Now you do see some celebrities on the urban side of things tend to be in other people's business, going back and forth, and you guys see the drama going on from there. That is never good. The only way that is good is that those people are probably doing it for the attention and the money and more fame. And then you have people who are not successful use these people's name for clout chasing. But that's a whole different industry. But typically, folks, the thing I'm mentioning here is focus on your own business. Most people who gets involved in other people's business is because they don't have any business, right? They don't have any business at all. So their business is to put their nose in other people's business. If you keep putting your nose in other people's business, eventually you're going to get shit at the tip of your nose. You're going to get what you're looking for. Stay out of people's business. Mind your own business. You know, I go into some wealthy neighborhoods and I see a lot of, you know, the Caucasian folks. They're going to be in people's business for safety reasons. You know, do you know they probably call that neighbor and say, hey, you know, somebody's been at your front door or something. They look like this. They look like that. In that case, that's other people minding other people's business. That's because they're trying to protect their neighbors. They're trying to protect their value of their homes or whatever. But a lot of us black folks, we don't just do that shit. We scared to get in people's business in our neighborhood. A lot of us, we'll go all the way across town and shit just to get in somebody else's business. Stop that shit, man. Stop. Get some business of your own. Write down your goals. Think of some ideas that you think that the world could use and would need, and try to be that idea. Try to live out the idea. You spend too much time in other people's business. It's not your business. I don't care how much information you know. Your job is not to go around telling other people's business to somebody else. And folks, let me tell you something. Don't tell people to mind their business if you keep telling them your business. Let's just start there. Because if you keep telling them your business, then how focused and how serious are you about your own business? You have to learn that, folks. Especially you women. Stop telling your girlfriends all your shit. First of all, lady, let me just say this real quick about us, you know, the ladies, man. If you've been with a guy, you're not satisfied with that guy, you telling your girlfriends you ain't satisfied with that guy, what do you actually think that does with your girlfriend? Do you actually think she's going to say, oh yeah, he ain't shit? Yeah, she'll say he ain't shit around you, but that gives her more of a reason to test the waters because she don't trust you, what you're saying about the guy. She'll try to go at him behind your back. I've seen it happen. I've seen that happen. Stop telling your business. Stop it. See, that's where you got to start. Stop telling your business to other people if you don't want other people to know about it, because everybody has somebody else that they can trust not to tell something to. You tell someone, let me tell you something, folks. The person you tell your business to is someone that you trust not to share your business with, not to get your business out there. You trust this person not to say anything. And you always have trust this person not to say anything. But guess what? That person has somebody else that they trust not to say anything. And they go and tell them your business because they trust that they're not going to say anything. Yeah, I trust you, man. You can't say nothing to nobody. But don't you know such and such? Man, let me tell you. There you go. Now your business is known to two people. And that second person that they have told, they also know somebody that they trust not to tell your business. Now, that can go on trickle effect. Now, there's going to be somebody, whether it's 4 people or 5 people down the road, down the line that knows your business. It's going to be somebody who don't care who they tell it to. They're not going to just tell it to somebody like, hey, man, I trust you not to say nothing. They ain't going to tell somebody like that. Why? Because they don't know you that well. Instead of them whispering it to somebody that they trust, they're going to use a megaphone and just yell it to everybody. So there's always going to be somebody who going to yell it out rather than just say, hey, because again, folks, stop telling your shit to people. If you are serious about your business, why are you telling other people about it? You got to understand something. God gave you that business. That's in your business alone. God gave you the vision for that business. You go and tell somebody else your business, and then you get mad because they don't see your vision as you see it. It's not meant for them to see your vision as you see it. God did not give it to them. God gave it to you for you to do something with it. And if God has given it to you, if it's something that you vision, folks, then that means you're supposed to be pursuing that vision. But instead of you pursuing that vision, you got to go put your nose in somebody else's vision, somebody else's business. It had nothing to do with you. People have done it on the street. I see people out on the streets. People get involved with a lot of shit on the streets, and it's something that has nothing to do with them. I was just at a bar a few weeks ago, and some guys getting into it. There were some white guys. See, one thing, let me just tell you, this is a fact. We know when people get drunk, a lot of people can't handle themselves. They can't handle liquor. White folks, don't get mad when I tell you this, but y'all don't handle liquor well. Let's just call it what it is. Y'all don't handle liquor well. Your balance is not the same as black folks when they get drunk. Black folks have to really get drunk to the highest level of drunkenness to be staggering and walking. Black folk can walk. They're nearly straight as hell, and you wouldn't be able to tell that they're drunk unless they start talking. And they start talking a lot of crazy shit. But as far as balancing and stuff like that, dropping beer bottles on the floor and falling and shit, scoring up your face, that's never really been our thing. And that's a DNA. That's just a DNA difference. Nothing to degrade anybody, but I'm just want to say this: guys got drunk, white guys got drunk, they fell into one another, and one guy got mad and said "F you," and he said "F you" to all the other guys that was with him. Fuck you, and fuck. And guess what? All three of them guys wanted to jump on his ass. And what happened? Those guys started to come over to my direction where I was standing and enjoying my night. I'm smoking a cigar. It was none of my business. So what did I do? I moved. I didn't want to stand there and see the action. I didn't want to see nobody get locked up. I didn't pull out my phone to see somebody get hurt on the video, because see, I tell people this: stop signifying, because next thing you know, you'll be testifying. So I didn't pull out my phone, want to record it. Come on, that's beta male bullshit. Beta males do that. Delta males do that. Alpha males just get the fuck on out the way. Ain't got nothing to do with us. So you have to learn this, folks. If it doesn't concern you, why the hell are you still there? Why the hell are you involved? And then you got some people, every time you see some drama in your neighborhood, you always see this one person there. Why the fuck this person is always mixed in the drama? Those people ain't got shit going on in their life, man. When you know people like that, just take a look at how they living. They ain't got shit going on. They have no business. But because they're always in other people's business. So you got to learn to mind your own goddamn business, and you will get somewhere. Focus. You should be in the house reading. You should be watching some documentaries. Documentaries that can contribute to what you're reading, contribute to your ideas. You need to be looking up people who are successful in areas where you want to be successful in. Look it up on YouTube, Google it, whatever it is that you need to do. You need to be focusing on how you can become better, how you can make your business better. But you can't do that if you overrun in somebody else's business. Like I told you, you keep putting your nose in people's shit, eventually you're going to get brown shit on your nose. Stay out of hell out of people's business. It had nothing to do with you. And a lot of ladies really have a problem with that. Really, ladies have a problem with that. Love the gossip. Why don't you take that same energy that you use for gossip, use that same energy to create a book club? If you want to gossip about something,
Gossip about wealth. Gossip about somebody you know who have made it, and try to figure out how they made it. What did they do to make it? How do they earn this amount of money? See, instead of you doing that, and see, I've seen this in corporate America. I have over 20 years in corporate America as well. The same shit goes on in corporate America. You have a group of people who ain't doing shit, but just doing just the bare minimum to get by on their job. And they get mad at somebody else who gets promotion, but they think, oh, all they're doing is kissing their ass. They ain't kissing their ass. They're building relationships. That's what they're doing. The more relationships they build, the more they can go up that ladder. They build a relationship. Oh, they must be doing it. They must be having sex or something for them because he dumb as our shit or she dumb as our shit. There ain't no way she should be promoted. Well, you might be too in a technical sense. But when you build relationships, you got to understand, it's not what you know all the time. It's who you know. It's who you build relationships with. It's called building relationships. Talk to a gentleman by the name of John C. Maxwell. When he talked about the 5 levels of leadership, they might not have the technical skills, but they have the people skills. The people skills would take you way much further than your technical skills. You got to learn this, folks. Learn how to build relationships. If you can't build relationships, you sit back and do the same shit and just put your nose in other people's business. You don't know why that person could have gotten promoted. All you know is, in your mind, they're not qualified to be promoted. But they build a relationship. And because they build a relationship, guess what happened? Not only did they get promoted, they also got free training in the process. Somebody higher up like them, they build relationships to them. They walk right by the boss's office and say, hey, boss, I'm going out for a bagel. Would you like me to bring you back anything? That's building a relationship. That ain't kissing nobody's ass. That person got kids. That person got a mortgage. People, got bills. They're trying to get up the ladder. They're trying to earn more money. They're trying to be worth more than what they are getting paid for. See, this is what something Zig Ziglar always said, folks. He said, if you do more than you're paid to do, eventually you will be paid more than what you do. You got to learn that stuff, man. You got to learn that. Stay out of people's business and tend to your own business. Figure out how you can get to change your zip code, how you can change the vehicle you drive, how you can change the house you live in, how you can change what size television you can afford to buy, how you can change the trips that you can afford to take. And I'm not talking about buying a round trip ticket. I'm talking about buying a one-way ticket and you come back whenever the hell you're ready to come back. Put yourself in that position. Stay out of people's business. Tend to your own. Mind your own damn business. And you'll get somewhere. But like I said, when I started from the beginning of that, stop telling people your business. Stop sharing your goals with trolls. Steve Harvey said, stop sharing your big dreams with small-minded people. Because guess what? Small-minded people wants to be all in your shit. They want ammunition to go back to other people and shoot your ammunition back at you. I've seen it. Matter of fact, let me tell you something, folks. I've seen people talk shit about people who supported them, who patronized them. I've seen it right down here in St. Petersburg, Florida. And people always ask me, how come I don't come around that particular crowd of people? It's because that's not the crowd of people that I tend to hang around with. I like to hang around multimillionaires and billionaires. They challenges me. They hold me accountable. They are my accountability partners. Many of them are like mentors to me. I can't have a mentor or be accountability partner to somebody who's always in other people's business and talk shit about other people. It's not my makeup. You got to learn this, people. Stop telling people your business and stop getting in other people's business. Because when you tell other people your business, that's the same level of being in somebody else's business. When you tell people your business, now you made it their business. And since you made it their business, they can do whatever it is they want to do with their business. And you're minding their business, and you're the first one that created the business. Let me want me to explain that to you all again. When you tell other people your business, it is now their business, and they can do whatever they want to do with it. So it's just like you are now minding their business because you get mad about them telling your business. No. You can't get mad at them telling your business because you gave them your business. They can do what they want to do with it. Am I making sense to you guys? Is this making sense to y'all? Stop telling people your shit. You shouldn't have to be able to be in a position where you got to sign NDA, make people sign NDAs for you to tell them if they are not anybody of value to help you elevate your business, or you're not going to do business with these people. Leave them alone. Stop making these people part of your business. You talk your business to other people who are trying to bring their business to help your business, or your vice versa. And then at that time, that's when you have to do a non-disclosure agreement, because now you're trying to do a deal. You're trying to put a deal together. If you ain't trying to put a deal together with nobody, stop telling people your stuff, people, because you just told them your business. Now it's their business. That's just like you owning a company, and you typically just gave the keys to somebody else to run your company, and they ain't paid you for it. Now they can do what they want to do with your company. They can pretty much vote you out. They can take the board and say, I have the key to this business now. Let's vote him out. We don't need him anymore. And you the one started the business. That's exactly what you've done when you tell somebody your business. And at that point, you're in the same position as somebody else is minding your business, because now you're minding somebody else's business. It's not yours anymore because you told it to them. You gave them the keys to it. Point blank. My sisters just said it. True, everybody don't have your best interest, and they never will have your best interest. Got to understand, people. I've had people that try to ask me questions, trying to get into my business, and that catches them every time. I have no problem saying it's none of your business, or I just tell them, hey, that's personal information I keep to myself. Yeah. So don't get mad when people put your business out there, because you wasn't even minding your own business. And the fact you didn't mind your own business, everybody knows your business because you're into somebody else's business. Brother Kenny, how you doing, fam? Hey, man, where my rims, brother? Where my rims, man? You got to have another conversation about those rims. So, but right back to it, folks. You know, I'm about to cut it. I'm about to cut it off in a couple of minutes. And I hope this makes sense. I hope this is helpful to you guys. Please share this video. Okay, my man, I'll be waiting for you. Share this video, folks, because I know all of you watching this right now have somebody's face is popping up in your mind right now that you know this video should be aimed at. But share it. Make sure they get it. Because there are a lot of people who just don't know how to mind their damn business, man. They don't have anything of substantial value to bring to the marketplace because they are too busy in other people's business. And that's going to probably be my quote for tomorrow. If you keep putting your nose in other people's shit, you're going to end up having shit on the tip of your nose. So I'm not gonna go too further. Those of you who came in late, you can watch the video again. It ain't coming down. So I want to thank you guys for stopping through. I really appreciate you guys. Click like. Those of you who are watching on YouTube, click like. This is going to be up on Rumble probably later today as well. It's already on Twitch. Thank those who are watching on Twitch and YouTube. Really appreciate you guys stopping through. But I want you guys to share the video. If it didn't help you, it's okay. It's not for everybody, but it is for somebody you know. So share it anyway, and hopefully they'll get it. And we want more Black millionaires, Black billionaires, and guess what? We want more white ones too. I don't care about your race, but we particularly want more Black millionaires and billionaires because there are not a lot of us. Okay, so with that being said, I want you to do me one last huge favor, and that is to sing like no one can hear you, dance like no one can see you, love like you've never been hurt, and live like it's heaven on earth. I'm Jay Hunter Lee. I love you, and the world needs you. So stop that damn texting and driving. Peace and blessings, folks. Have a great day.